So, take number 3. Take 1 and 2 have just been taking me about 15 minutes before I get the lock picked. Well, it's clearly too long. If nothing else, just the upload time to YouTube alone would be ridiculous for me, let alone for you guys trying to sit and watch it without getting too bored. So, straight to the back, pin 5, pin 4, work my way forward, just trying to see if I can get a nice quick false set, so I can get a quick false set. Generally the rest of the lock folds pretty quickly after. So I'm getting feedback here on my left hand, that's the one that's tension. Oh, we got a false set. In fact, I might as well just show you that because I've got this so quick compared to previous attempts. So there you go. There's the straight, and then this is where I'm sitting. So this is a UCOF lock from uklocksport. He had a competition going a while back, and the purpose of which was he would send us all locks with non-working keys. We would then pick the lock, send it back to him in pieces, and all the pins, everything, all separate from the lock. He would then modify the pins and would return the lock to us, like customized, and then we would pick it, and it would just be about the comparison between, the unmodified versus modified, versions of the same lock, and just to give us a feel for how that interacts with it. But I can tell you something, like this one has just been an absolute nightmare for me to get picked. I think I got this whenever I was about somewhere in the region of about 4 weeks into picking, it's still within the first month. I'm now 2.5, maybe coming on 3 months down the line in my journey, and I've only been able to get this in the last week or two. So finally getting around to putting that up on camera. In fact, last week or two, it was only about 4 days ago that I got it picked, mind you. So yeah, although you've seen a working key for it, that's not how it originally came. I had used an alternative method to get the lock open, and once I got it open, then I was able to get the core out, make a working key for it. It just sort of gave me the confidence there of knowing that it could be picked, because obviously the lock was working. My doubts over why it could be picked was pretty much just that it didn't really give any feedback, and it still doesn't. Like even now, I'm going back and forth here, and I'm pretty much just randomly hitting pin after pin, just applying pressure, because it gets to a point where it just won't tell you what's happening next, and you're left maybe applying pressure to the wrong pins and oversetting, and it's an absolute disaster. It's quite tight tolerances, the best way that I can think of, that it's been made. Is absolutely fantastic in terms of picking security anyway. And I'll show you that too once if I get the lock open on this take. So I'm just trying to, well, that one's hurting me. Prefer to be using that one, but the sharp edges that I haven't cleaned there, you can see the mark on my finger. Sharp edges I haven't cleaned just keep cutting into the side of my hand, so I switch back to this one. And then the benefit of this too is it's got a really sharp point. So if you think about it, a bit like a stiletto heel, you can apply more pressure because you've got less surface area and the same force coming down. So there you go, a wee bit sciencey for you. But sometimes it's good to switch between that one and this one. So that one there is a bit steeper. I can reach in the back pin a wee bit better. Speaking of which, something back there just cry out for feedback. Right, so I'm just going to lighten up my tension here just because I'm not feeling anything at all happen. Except for there's something at the back going on here now, but I can't quite tell which pin it is. And I can't, not with that one anyway, I can't set it without the danger of losing everything else I've got so far, so. Just coming back, just double check the front now. There we go, pin 3 I think that is. Pin 3 set. Lost me a wee bit of the false set. So, go to the back again, if I can get there. Let's see if I can find whatever that was. It was giving me feedback. It mustn't have been the back because obviously pin 3 set, no, pin 2 there. Just give us a wee click. Just there's pin 1 down. So there is something so close yet so far. Only the difficult pins were at the front of the lock where you could easily reach them and apply pressure, so make life a lot less painful. Right, so my problem with this one is this one's starting to bend. I'm applying that much pressure. And it's a bit harder to hold. Do you know, I'm getting feedback at the back of the lock, but I'm not finding anything there to be settable. So I don't know what that was, but something definitely set there. Can't tell if I was just stuck on that wee ledge or if I got the pin. Back to getting some movement from the core. So I'm fairly certain there's nothing hanging me up there at the front of the lock. It's got to be right at the back here. Oh yeah, I think that was pin 5 might have been, and that just gave me a wee bit of a turn. So I'll come back, test the front, because like I say, I can't really get much feedback off the back of it here. So if I can check the front first, then I know it's definitely not the front. And there you go, pin 3. Not quite sure if I got that. Was pin 3 there, so pin 4, and I've just lost whatever I did have prior. Get rid of that there. My hands are getting a wee bit sweaty and sore, so. So I touched pin 5 there, or not pin 5, pin 6. I seemed to get something. There, I think pin 4 wants to go. But yeah, so pin 4 is moved. Touch pin 5 again to seems to secure that bit of counter rotation that I had. Come back, check pin 1. See, I keep doing that. I got counter rotation. I think that was pin 4. I got counter rotation on, and then it just comes back up, and something else jumps up. And it's just the never-ending story with this lock. Ah, boom. Well, I think that was pin 5 I touched, and it just sent it round. So, do you know what? I don't even care about how bad this whole picking experience looks. I'm just chuffed to have got it in 10 minutes so far. So there's no C-clip on the back. I removed that from the last time whenever I got this opened, and just didn't see the point in putting it back on to have to fight with it again. So turn that around. That's that like that. So set that there. Set that down there, and then I'll bring you in closer, see if I can get a better view of what's going on here. There you go, it's probably about as good as I'll get. So, pin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's see if I can get 6, just turn that round. 6. So show you the core here, and there's no modifications I can confirm. Thankfully, not yet anyway. I do know how I'm going to get this open whenever it has been modified. All the key pins, by the way, are all standards. So let's see if I take. So push the follower back and pin 1. So pin 1 is a serrated standard pin. Pin 2 is a spool. There you go. Pin 3 is another spool. Pin 4 is a spool. Five, another spool. And then finally, pin 6 is another spool. So that is five spools and 1 standard pin. So let me see if I can get this in to get you a good view of what's going on here. So straighten some of these out. Sorry, that standard pin, by the way, like I said, is also serrated, so even it's not easy to set. There you go. So 5 spools, a standard serrated pin, and all standard key pins. Thanks for watching, and thanks UCOF for sending it out. I'll get it back to you here as soon as I can.